We're so glad that you're joining us this weekend, and we are about to do our Remember verse. Right now, we're in a series called Oh No, and this Remember verse, it's an amazing verse, and it goes really good with our series because it talks about how when God says no, we want His will to be done and not ours. And so I have some special guests, the Watkins from Olathe, who are going to lead us in it.
Hi everyone, we're the Watkins from the Olathe campus.
The verse we are going to be doing today is Mark 14:36. Abba, Father, he cried out, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Awesome job. Now, we're continuing our series called Oh No, and this week we're learning about owning up to our own mistakes. So, when you make a mistake, do you own up to it? Do you say, yes, I did that, it was my mistake? Or do you go, no, that wasn't my fault, it was someone else's fault? Well, maybe for you at your house, you guys have house rules or things that maybe your parents ask you to do, and you have to do those before you can do something else. Well, I have two friends, Grant and Wyatt, and at their house, they have a house rule that whenever you're done playing with the toy, you gotta put it away. Of course, seems simple, right? But oftentimes we can forget to clean up after ourselves. So I asked Grant and Wyatt to make a quick video of them not owning up to their own mistakes with this rule of picking up after you're done.
I'm gonna watch this YouTube video, it's really funny.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Wasn't that video hilarious?
Oh, that was so funny. Wait, who turned off the TV? Where is my Xbox controller?
I bet Mom took it because you left it on the ground.
Wait, me? It wasn't my fault. You told me to go watch a YouTube video.
It wasn't my fault either. You're the one who left it on the ground.
Oh, God.
Has that ever happened to you? Maybe you guys have some house rules or family rules and you didn't follow them and you made a mistake, but you didn't own up to it. Maybe you blame someone else for your own wrongdoing. You didn't take that responsibility. Well, I have a special guest. We have Moses himself, who's going to tell us about a time when he did not take responsibility for his own wrongdoings. Let's check it out.
Three-humped camel. That's an old joke. Heard that one many times, but thank you. That's funny stuff. Oh, hello. Just give me a minute. I need to talk to some people. Hello. I'm glad you came by. I need to tell you something. It's a lesson God taught me, and I want to teach as many people as I can so they don't have to learn it quite so bad. So I'm Moses. Maybe you've heard of me. I led the entire people of Israel out of Egypt. Yeah, I killed the guy and did some stuff. But other than that, but mainly God has loved me. I've obeyed him and led 1 million people or so. That's a pretty big deal, I think. But anyway, I want to teach you something. God is amazing. He loves us. He guides us. He is truly omni-everything, right? That means like all powerful, all knowing, all everything. He's guided us. They parted the Red Sea. Remember that one? When Egypt was coming and they parted the Red Sea, all these things. But here's what started to happen to us, right? We love God. He guided us out of there to be our own people. And we started complaining. People started complaining. I talked to God. I asked for his guidance and his love for us. And he moved us, he pointed us where to go. But even then, miracles, giant column of fire, tablets of stone, parting the Red Sea, all these things, right? And the people are like, but we're hungry. Do something about that. Oh, we're thirsty. Do something about that. But even then, God was like, you don't trust me? Well, you have to trust me. Why would I let you die? So he sent quail, he sent manna, this funky stuff on the ground, right? One time he said, hey, hit this rock, water, boom, comes out in the middle of the desert. So I did that. People knew that. They saw it. They were like, yay, God, thank you. So we're wandering around. We're trying to get to the promised land, right? A really cool place where we can finally be a nation and not have to keep wandering around. So God had blessed us. He taught me. We were very close. He's very close with me to tell me all these things and guiding these whining people. But one time things went a little bad. There was another time, again, in the desert, the kids were whining, all that stuff. And they said, we're thirsty. They're thirsty. I got so tired. I said, God, they're going to die. We need water. And God said, hey, speak to that rock over there. Boom, water's going to come out. Going to be water right out of a rock. I said, okay. Meanwhile, the people, they were thirsty. We're going to die. We wish we were back in Egypt. And I was so mad. I was like, be quiet. You don't understand. Did you know what God did? And I was so mad. I took my staff and I whacked the rock really hard. I was like, Dad, you want water? Boom, here is your water. And water came out. Everybody was drinking. And then I realized God didn't tell me to hit the rock. He told me to speak to the rock. So I didn't think much about it at the time. I was really mad. You know, the people were stupid. I loved God. I trusted God. I was ready to die, but they just kept whining. And so I hit the rock. Oh, it was a big deal. He asked me to do it before. Well, I hit a rock another time. Water came out. But God did not feel the same. I disobeyed him. You know, I still don't think it was that big a deal. It was the people yelling and angry. What's the difference? But God said I didn't get to go to the promised land anymore. And the people got to wander around the desert for a while. You know, all just because I hit the rock instead of talking to the rock. What's the difference? I don't know. The people were making me so mad. I don't understand why it's that big a deal. But it was a big deal, I guess. And, you know, if it weren't for all these dumb, mean people saying all this stuff, whining all the time, I'm sure I would have been better and just spoke to the rock. But anyway, listen to God. It made a difference to him. Maybe it didn't to me. It did to him. So I didn't get to go to the promised land. So listen to him. He has details. Things matter. Details matter. So anyway, what? It's time to go with that's not my the brown camel. I gotta go. So anyway, listen to God, obey God. The details matter. Sometimes he says no. In this case, he says no because the people were whining. I didn't do things right. But I like his yeses. I gotta go. Bye.
I'm sorry you couldn't go to the promised land, but I hope you made your ride on the camel. Now, Moses' story really taught us something important, is that when we make a mistake, it's not to blame others for our wrongdoing. So let's check out Moses' mistake. So God tells Moses to gather the people and speak to the rock to supply water. But oh no, Moses disobeys God by also whacking the rock with his staff. So God says he can't enter the promised land. And what did Moses do? Moses tells the people, the Lord is angry with me because of you. But they did it. Now Moses, he made a mistake, but he did not own up to it. He blamed the people for his wrongdoing because he was frustrated and angry with them. Now, maybe for you, you're angry and upset, and maybe you've made a mistake yourself. Or maybe your parents or someone has asked you to do something and you haven't done it and you've made a mistake. Maybe it's a chore or cleaning your room or even just picking up your toys. Maybe you have a friend that you've been mean to and that's a mistake. Now we all make mistakes, but what we need to realize is that all we need to do is 1, ask God for forgiveness for our wrongdoing, and 2, own up to it. If we made a mistake, we should own up to it, because when we ask God for forgiveness, it's really just saying, God, I did this wrong. Help me be better. Help me follow you better so others can know who you are. And so I challenge you this week, if there's something or a mistake that you've done that you need to own up to, I encourage you to do that. It's never too late to apologize or ask for forgiveness. Now, at the end of this video, there are some discussion questions that you can go over with your family. They're great. We also have more information at gracefamiliesathome.com that you can go over some activities, a lot of resources that you can do. So we hope you enjoy this weekend. Be well. God bless you.